Hey, y'all, Chief Coy here with today's Chief's Chat, Senior Fire Advisor for FireRescue1. Let's talk about Community Risk Reduction and Community Risk Reduction Week. A couple 3 Ps that you should be working on if you haven't already started for CRR, but the first is to plan. Part of that planning process is to look at the data. Study your data, identify areas that you can make an impact on. A lot of times when we start talking about public education or community risk reduction or any of those facets, we kind of do it off the cuff and only do the things that we really like or want to explore, or maybe the vogue idea or concept that's floating around the country at the time. Strongly suggest that you pull all your data, do heat maps, look at call type, look at all the different incidents, and identify those incidents that you can reduce that are measurable. The second part of that first P is to form a committee. If you're a volunteer organization, it takes more than one person to do CRR. It takes a team to get out and actually make an impact. If you're in a career or combination department, you might have a officer or a designated person that's your CRR person, but they can't do it alone. So strongly suggest pulling a person from each shift, maybe even each engine company, and get them active and involved in the community risk reduction. The second P is participate. You need to get people participating to make an impact. So once you've identified it, once you've found a topic or an area of weakness in your community, and you've developed your plan and you got your committee together, get buy-in by getting people to participate. That participation might be local health departments to help with you, or local law enforcement or other fire departments to actually help with your CRR plan. Maybe it's a joint program that you're going to do. The third one is partnerships. All of those national resources that you might not reach out to, whether that's Red Cross for a smoke detector plan. Maybe it is American Heart Association for a hands-free CPR program. Maybe it is National Fire Sprinkler Association to work on residential sprinklers for your CRR plan. The point is there are a lot of associations and organizations out there that provide you information, resources, funding, and expertise. Partner with them. Figure out how to connect with them, and then provide them the opportunity to be a part of your planning, your program, and your participation. With that, the final little piece, it's not a P, but it's got to be measurable. Figure out how you can measure an impact that you're making. Little case study for somebody to look into is Wyoming. A couple years ago, the state fire marshal's office identified that we had a significant number of incidents involving oxygen users and smoking. You can only imagine that outcome, and many of you already seen it. So they made a point through their CRR program through the state to provide fusible links for oxygen. So every fire department in the country could get fusible links that they would hand out, swap out on any call that we went to where a citizen was on oxygen, that smoked, that didn't have a fusible link. We could see a reduction each year in incidents involving fires with somebody that was on oxygen. So with that, it is CRR, and it's ironic, we just finished up at FDSOA here in Scottsdale, Arizona. That's the Fire Department Safety Officers Association. What a great week of looking at how to improve our safety without lessening our aggressiveness in the service that we provide our customers. We can do both, y'all. It just takes education and work, and here's a great week to do it during CRR. With that, always honor our traditions and lead change and make an impact that's measurable. Have a great week. Talk to you soon.